Hey guys, it's me again, and today I'm going to do something a little bit different, because today I'm going to be following a Bob Ross tutorial with colored pencils. Now you may be wondering to yourself, what gave you this idea? It's a stupid idea. And the answer is, it was inspired by Joel from Vinesauce, who followed a Bob Ross tutorial with Mario paint.
Oh, more blue? I only have blue and blue, dude.
Which is kind of a hilarious concept, but somehow it worked out. But the other thing is that, as many of you might know, I'm an artist, but I don't paint. Like, I'm really bad at painting. I don't like working with paint. I do, like, character drawings and comics and video game fan art, and that's basically the long and the short of it. I'm not good at landscapes, and I'm not good at, like, smooth work. Stuff that doesn't have line art, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So, this should be interesting. I don't know. I'm trying to branch out, you know, trying to make different kinds of videos and whatever. So we'll see how this one goes. It could end up pretty dumb. My guess is that it's going to end up somewhat mediocre, but we'll see. I'm really good with colored pencils, though. I've been working with them for, 10 years now? Started when I was 11. I'm 21 now, so yeah, that's 10 years. So, without further ado, let's get started, shall we? So I have this one in front of me. It's called, it's Season 10, Episode 1, Towering Peaks. Now, I like this one because sky blue is my favorite color, and this has a bit of that in it, as you'll see. I probably shouldn't play this for too long. I don't know if it's copyrighted.
Take and pull a little bit out, and then tap the brush.
Alright,
that assures a nice even distribution.
Of course, I don't have to do this this way, but I can get a lovely blue color, so let's do that. Have you ever heard people say that, like, Artist's Loft is, like, poor quality? Well, I like Artist's Loft. I've used them for a little bit now, and they're not so bad. They're not as good as, like, high-end colored pencils, obviously, but it's like they work. Like, they're not terrible, you know? Now, this color he has on the palette is a little bit darker than I think what we're actually going to need, so let me just look ahead here. Yeah,
Let's put in a happy little cloud, little sky.
Now, of course, I'm not going to be able to put in these colors as opaque as he's doing it, not even close, because if I do that, then I won't be able to put stuff on top of it, and that's the whole point of the wet-on-wet technique that Bob Ross made famous. So, I'm just gonna kind of just, like, block this in. It's in my nature to try and control every single aspect of a drawing that I make, so maybe this will be a good exercise to, you know, help me let go of that, help me break free, and, practice something a little out of my comfort zone, so to speak. Except I'm still using colored pencils, but whatever. Maybe next time I'll use oil paints, because that's a fantastic idea.
It just literally blends with the liquid white.
Oh, it's blending all right. Oh,
we'll have a
red,
water in here.
phthalo green.
So we'll just pull.
I think what I have here is probably good enough. I've got a mark of something here that I have to blend out now.
This as easy as possible.
I feel like I made the sky a little bit too low. I don't know, I'm just copying him. Make it a little darker over here. Now I'm still, hold on Bob, I'm still trying to get my C. Okay, he's just blending, that's fine, I can catch up. See that sky blue? Look how pretty it is. Don't worry, I'll go back afterwards and I'll blend all this out properly. I just can't do that right now because it can't be opaque yet. I'm trying to go straight, but it's not, I'm not good at going straight. I've made that joke so many times, it's not even funny anymore. Okay, so what I tend to do, instead of using white colored pencils, which are almost completely useless, I'm just gonna, where did I put everything? I'm just going to grab an eraser and just put in some indications of clouds where he puts them. He's adding red to it. Maybe I should get like a pink or something.
Just sort of mix them up on here.
So we'll just erase this a little bit. Oh, that looks lovely.
Wherever.
Looks nothing like his, but it will, I think.
This is any kind of illusion that you want in your world.
Yeah, see? I can do anything in my world. Bob said so. I might have blended this out too much. Hold on.
And you can put as many or as few as you want. And then we'll take...
I'm going to have some kind of sharp line here. There we go.
Tiniest little strokes.
Should add some more over here.
And just blend this together.
Not sure how successful I'll be, but...
Sort of mix it up.
We'll see. Right. I'm just going to blend out a little bit here so that it like blends into the sky a little bit more. There, that looks nice.
Fantastic.
Look how pretty. I don't know how well that's picking up on the camera, but that looks amazing. I'm sure I'll fix that in post, I'm sure. But now I need a darker color for the... Hang on, let me just see what Bob is doing real quick.
Van Dyke brown.
Alright, I'm gonna use my,
Be careful
like,
with the
poor
crimson.
quality, crazy
Now
art
turn
black
purple,
for this.
which is all right.
Just to make sure it's not too opaque. Hey, Bob, you said this is my world. If I want purple mountains, I'll put in purple mountains if I want to. I'll put this one kind of high up like that.
Right there. Maybe there's a bump there. You just sort of make a decision. Mountains growing.
Maybe not that
All
shape.
kinds of
Let me
shapes
fix
and
that a
colors.
bit.
There, you're restricted only by your imagination.
There we go.
Right over like that.
Yeah, this is definitely not what I'm used to. Hey, he said this is my world, and I can do whatever I want in my world. I've got the general shape of it. Don't want it to be too opaque.
You can see the
Like I
entire
said
mountain.
before.
It's always lighter at the bottom.
I'm gonna put another one in here.
Because this
Yep.
is wet, so you can just move this paint. You can pump
Mine's not wet. If you guys didn't know this, Bob Ross died about 4 years before I was born, so I never really got to live in a world with him living in it. I've only seen his legacy, and boy is it a legacy.
And let's put some snow on this.
Alright, that's not bad so far.
Take the titanium white.
It looks nice.
Hold it out.
What does it look like without this light on?
And then cut across to get that little roll of paint again.
I don't know, it looks super desaturated. Maybe I'll fix that in post. Absolutely no pressure. No pressure. I'm gonna add one here.
Very soft and very gentle.
Just kind of go with the flow, you know what I'm saying? There we go. Yeah, let's have this cut in front of here, like that.
You can move mountains. You can do anything on this canvas.
You can move mountains, he says. Ah, all these eraser shavings. Alright.
We'll take some white.
He usually uses blue for that, right? I think so. Maybe I'll use purple. It's my world. Yep, pulling it flat. Whoops, wrong side.
Let's go back up here.
Pulling it flat.
Now we're following the angles on the other side of the mountain. Watch
Okay.
here. I want to push that back, so it'll come here, and then
I'll
I'll
add this
distinctly
in.
through.
I think I got this. There we go.
There we go.
That doesn't look bad.
Look at that. See?
I know,
Little
it's...
shadows in there.
I have to make it hard to see, though,
Everything
because
just
you can't
pops
layer
out.
colored pencils very well.
Brings it alive.
Not like you can
Shadows
with
are very
oil
important.
paints, or even acrylic paints for that matter.
The ridge, all that stuff.
And I could listen to Bob Ross's voice forever. There we go.
All kinds of happy
Picking up all the ridges in the paper. Ooh, that might work to my advantage.
these mountains anywhere.
You know, my brother once said to me while I was watching this, why are you watching Bob Ross? As if there's ever a bad time to watch Bob Ross. Like, unless you're in the middle of a job interview or something, is there ever a bad time to watch Bob Ross?
Sometimes it's fun just to play some games. You can come right down in
I
here
like playing games.
and look at there. Look at there.
Ah.
There's another peak.
Actually, yeah, maybe I'll do that. See, this is why it can't be opaque. Look at that. Look.
Ridges wherever you want.
It turns white again. Perfect.
Just a game of angles. Mountains are just geometric shapes.
Now, I will...
Now we can
I
take
think actually... I'll add some blue back in here.
this
This is an odd angle for my arm. That's good enough for now. I'm sure it's fine.
that I really like to paint mountains, and
I know you do,
cover up
Bob.
the whole canvas with mountains.
Yep. Ah, that looks good. Yeah, yeah. Okay, we got this.
Just practice. And you really
Maybe I
can
shouldn't have
do-
used the black at all. It looks a little muddy now. Ah, well, I can
Fingers
fix
and
that.
hands
Just
like you
gonna
and I.
fade this out a
They're
little
painting
bit, like
beautiful
he's
pictures.
doing. You know, my mom has been following Bob Ross tutorials
All I'm doing
for
is
a long
tapping and
time.
lifting up.
She was 18 when Bob Ross died, so she was around for a while he was making his Joy of Painting
And
series.
over here, we follow these angles.
I have a lot of artists in my family. But does that not look like a happy mountain? Look at that.
Let's make some little footy hills back here.
Yes, like footy hills. I
start off-
don't know if I want to use gray. How about... I have a really dark green, don't I, somewhere? Ah,
Just the base
whoops.
down here. Right at the top.
Come back. Maybe I'll use brown or something. It's
Little
kind of hard to
up a little
see.
bit.
I might have to turn the brightness up on my freaking monitor. These are my footy
There's
hills.
just-
Blur
right
that
here, by
out.
being a little darker, it stands out.
This is like finger painting in like elementary school where you can just let loose and go crazy.
Painting does
I'm gonna have
not
to make this line
difficult.
sharp so it stands out a little bit.
Does not have to be difficult.
Doesn't have to be
You don't have to
difficult.
be blessed by Michelangelo,
Unless you make
but
it difficult.
people that come,
Alright, that looks good to
same
me.
color, just a little darker. Watch it.
Might have to define these lines a little bit more though. Gosh, this is so much fun.
If I'm not careful, I'm going to cover up the whole canvas with foothills and mountains.
Yep, I believe that, Bob.
These
Go
different
just dark
layers
enough
are
to stand
points.
out against
Once
the
again,
other.
this is what causes the
I'm actually going to
depth
erase a
of
little bit.
paint.
Where's my greens? Colored pencils are not famous for being particularly dark. How about this
Some
one?
little detail.
Doesn't have to be perfect. I can fix this later.
Make
Maybe I
them
should
all
have used the
look
green
really
for
even, 'cause then
foothills.
they look like fence posts down there.
Oh well, I can
Some
fix that.
character.
I have enough fucking room on this canvas, right? I can do reflections. Watch. Ah, stop bending the paper. I want more of the water visible. I mean, it's not like there are rules to following a Bob Ross tutorial. Like, he's the one who said, if your heart isn't happy doing art, then you're not doing it right. Let me just bring my blue back a little bit in the water. You're so charming, Bob. That doesn't look bad. Yeah, I made mine I made mine a little bit wide, didn't I? You know, I'm gonna use green. Yes, Bob, I know. Thank you. Okay, the tree, that's it. Now, this tree's gonna block my mountain a little bit. Oh well, pretty sure this will be in the foreground, so I'm gonna be a little bit rougher with it. Oh, he's not doing an evergreen there. It's that easy. It's just that easy. I wasn't paying attention, was I? Okay, I'm just gonna drop that land in real quick. Okay. Aha. I have a brighter green right here. Alright.
But these layers, once again, you get tired of hearing it, but it's important. You have to start making some big decisions. Big decisions.
I thought we already made our big decisions. Fireball. Okay, I have red. Right. Red is a very strong color, isn't it? He's adding highlights to his evergreens now. Don't kill all your dark, he says. I think I killed all my darks. Oh no! That's good enough for now. I'm falling behind.
Maybe there's a happy little path.
Where do I put my path? I didn't leave any room for my path.
There he goes.
How about brown here? There we go. That's not so bad. Erase this a little bit. Make way for some highlights. This color is not opaque at all.
Just push that path right back. Look at there. It just disappeared. We don't know where it's going now.
Who knows where it's going now, huh, Bob? He added a bunch of bushes to the foreground, didn't he? I'll just add one here. Whatever. Put that in. It looks like he's done. Let me just look at his finished painting. Now, would you look at that, my dudes? Now, mine doesn't look anything like his, but that's fine. It didn't need to look exactly like his. There's a lot of blank space at the base of the mountain, though. Maybe I can fix that. So now this is the fun part. This is where I go back in and make all those colors opaque. But first, I'm gonna erase some of these black lines that I foolishly added to the mountains. I guess it's fine. It doesn't matter, but I don't know. I want the brighter colors to stand out more. Now maybe I can make this color plenty opaque. Maybe I'll use this side. Without taking away all the little ridges that the paper provided me. Yeah, that's not so bad. Okay. Just define this a little bit better. Whoops! Ah, this paper keeps getting bent! Now, this is more or less what I'm used to. Yeah, you know what? Who cares? Let's bring this all the way in the front like that. Just like that. Perfect. Now I'm gonna drop in those highlights. That's too opaque. Needs more ridges. Okay. This is looking less and less like Bob's painting by the second, but I honestly don't care. Okay, now because I wasn't paying any attention at all, I'm gonna move my foothills a little bit up higher. I'm gonna mystify this a little bit more with the eraser. There we go. Not so bad. Maybe this needs to be closer to white. Yeah, let me just lighten this up a little bit. Perfect. Okay. Now let's pull this in a little bit more. Just like that. Erase, mystify. Doesn't matter. Okay. This is working. I'm doing this. It's fine. Okay, I think this might be working. It looks pretty fantasy though, but that's fine, that's fine. Remember, we do not make mistakes here, we make happy accidents. We have happy accidents, I don't know. That looks good. Just gonna erase this a little bit, add more lighter colors to it. Right at the top here. These red bushes in the foreground leave something to be desired. Maybe I can shade it with this. That looks very fantasy. That looks super fantasy. Holy crap. Well, you know what? This is my world. I can do anything here. Don't want that red to be too saturated. And yet, here I go. Doesn't even look like a bush anymore. It's a little too bright for what else is going on. It's like, especially for what Bob's looks like. Yeah, that red is too eye-catching, actually. Let me try something else. Maybe I'll just erase it a little bit. That should be fine. Yeah, that works. I'm just gonna outline it a little bit. Just so it's easier to identify as a bush. That's good enough, I think. Add in the color of the grass. And put the highlights on the path that aren't showing up. Thank you. Yeah, maybe that was a little too much. There we go. Let's just cover that up a bit. There we go. Yeah, the blue is nice and subtle now. Cool. Now, I'm gonna work on these bushes over here. This colored pencil needs to be sharpened. Ah, don't you just hate when this happens? There. Darker green. Does that even look like bushes anymore? Maybe it does now. I don't know. Just going with it, I guess. Okay, that looks a little more like bushes. Or maybe butt cheeks. I don't fucking know. I'm actually going to erase this brown in the background of my little footy hills. Alright. It's all coming together. Trees back in. Oh, I bet if I just blend it in with the blue, that will look plenty like reflections. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna put these little highlights in. Don't worry, I'll fix it in a minute. There we go. I should get a sharp pencil. Whoops! Oh, flew out of my hand. That looks pretty good, right? Okay, I think I'm done. Let me just blend this out a little bit more. And yeah, I think that's it. Wow. I mean, I'm happy with it. Just put these two side by side and notice the similarities or lack thereof. I don't know, I like the end result at least, even though it looks nothing like Bob's painting. Now all I have to do is sign it. Just add my normal signature. Why not? Whoops. Whoops. Ugh. There we go. And even did it in red the way he does. Perfect. Okay, so it's not perfect, but you know, it's maybe this will help me open up more to landscapes. And I mean, it's a pretty good way to draw water, I'm gonna be honest. So, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Looking down from the heights that we have built all by ourselves.
We need to sacrifice someone so that we can bring Bob Ross back to life.